Now, suppose we want to create a string of a specified length with a specific character repeated. That is, suppose we want to create a string like A, that is 4 A's. So let me specify where my string equals, suppose I specify new array of 5 dot join A. Then if I just try to specify console.log my string, and for the time being let me comment this section as we are calling it here. Let me just console.log hello, and let me call this add zeros function in the document.ready part. So here let me call add zeros. Have we specified any parameter for that? No. So I'm just calling add zeros function on the page load itself. See, here we are seeing A. I wanted to have 4 A's in the string, right? Now suppose I want to have 2 zeros in my string. Then what should I specify? I need to specify 3 here. If we want to have 2 zeros, we want to specify 3 as the array length and join join 0. Now let me show you the output. See, we are having 2 zeros. So how it is working? When we create new array of 3, it will be actually an empty array with 3 spaces. That is, if I specify where my ARR equals new array of 3, and let me show you console.log my ARR. Let me save this. See, it is an empty array having length 3. And the join method is used to return the array as a string with the specified separator. So here when I specify new array of 3, it is an empty array with 3 spaces for elements. And when I specify join 0, what happens is that these 3 spaces or elements are joined with 0 and it is returned as a string. Hope you understand. Suppose here for my array, if I specify A, B, C, which means that this is an array having 3 elements A, B and C. Suppose here if I specify my ARR dot join 0, what will be the output? It will be like A0, B0, C. Let me show you. See, it is A0, B0, C. So here this array is becoming a string with the specified separator. Now instead of 0, if I specify and with space before and after, then it will be A and B and C. So we are going to make use of the same technique of creating an array and then joining it to append zeros. So hope you understand how we are going to make use of this technique. Okay. So to this function we are actually passing the number to which we need to add zeros and also the length of digits we need. So let me specify value or number and digits. Okay. So within this let me specify where my str equals new array. So if we want to have 2 zeros or 3 zeros, then how we should specify it? The length of the array should be 4, right? So how we can get the number of zeros we need to add? If we subtract the length of this value from this, we will get the number of digits we need to append or add, right? Suppose the value of millisecond is 5. Then its length is, current length is 1. But we need to have 3 digits for millisecond. So digits will be 3 and the length of this value will be 1. So 3 minus 1 means 2. So we need to have 2 zeros, right? So what we need to specify here, before that let me convert this into a string. So let me specify where my num equals, let me make this value as a string like number plus, right? Now this is a string value. So if I specify new array of digits minus my num dot length, this will give us the number of zeros we need to add. So if we want to have 2 zeros, suppose this value is 5, that is a millisecond value is 5. So digits will be 3, obviously for milliseconds. So 3 minus length of 5 will be 1. 3 minus 1 means 2. So we need to have 2 zeros, means we have to add one more. That is, we need to specify 3 if we want to have 2 zeros, right? Then I'm going to specify dot join 0, means we will have 2 zeros in this case. If the number is 5 and digits is 3, digits minus mynum dot length will give us 2, plus 1 means 3, dot join 0 means we will get 2 zeros. And if we just specify plus mynum, what will we get? We will get it like 005, because this will give us 00, and if we add a string to that, it will give us 005. So instead of specifying where my str, let me just specify return. So this will return this specific value. Okay. Now let us check whether we are getting it like this. Here, let me just specify 5, 3. Considering this as the millisecond value and this as the digits. Let me save this and check the output. Okay, we are not seeing anything because we have specified just return. Maybe that is why. Let me just specify where my str for the time being. Okay, and let me specify console.log my str. Let me save this and check the output. See, okay, it is giving 5, not 005. Why? Let me just try to display console.log my num. Let me save this and check. Okay, it is also just giving 5 like this. So instead of converting this like this, that is to convert the number to a string, I think this is not the correct way. Let me specify new string of number. Let me save this. See, now this has become a string and we are getting like 005. So it was not a correct way to make a number as a string just by putting it within single quotes. So I have specified new string of number, means now this has become a string value, and when we have specified new array of digits minus mynum dot length plus 1 and then joining it with 0, it will give 2 zeros, and when we concatenate the string 5 with that, we are getting 005. Okay, so this is how we can append required number of zeros with the required digit. So let me delete this and remove this, and here let me specify return. Okay, and here let me remove this. We just wanted to check whether it is working or not. And here let me uncomment this section, and now let me save this and check the output. Now let me click start. See, we are able to see, okay, we are seeing hello here. Let me refresh and remove that value. So here an unwanted hello is there. Now let me save this and check the output. Let me click start. See, we are able to see the stopwatch without any fluctuating values. Previously, what happened? As and when there was only just one digit here or here, the sub element was getting fluctuating. So here what we have done, we have appended required number of zeros. So even if the value of milliseconds is 1, we are getting 001. So the millisecond value, that is a sub value, and also the S value is at fixed positions. So let us wait until this becomes 60. So it should be like 0101, right? So let's check whether it is working correctly or not. See, 57, 58, 59. See, it is 100, 101. So that part is done correctly. So hope you understand the logic we have implemented here to append the required number of zeros. When we need to have 1 0, the length of the array should be 2, right? Suppose we want to have 2 zeros, then the length of the array should be 3. Then only when we join with 0, we will get 2 zeros. So with this we got the required number of zeros, and then we added 1 to that. So this is the length of the array, and then we joined 0 with that, which means if we want to have 2 zeros, this will return 2 zeros. Then we have added the mynum, which is a string now. Number is actually a number, so we have converted this into a string, and when we concatenate it with the required number of zeros, we are getting the correct value, right? So now we are getting the stopwatch working. Next, what we need to do, we need to implement the stop part and also the reset part. So when we click the stop button, the current timer should stop, and if we again click the start button, it should actually continue from the current value. Instead of starting from 0, it should continue or resume. And when we click the reset button, the timer should start from 0. So we need to implement that part next, and we will do it in the next lecture.